Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL.GG Week 4 matchup here on Coalplant. Pop Your Pipes versus Heels on Everyone. These two up-and-coming teams are going to be battling it out tonight, trying to fight their way into playoffs. Currently the 7th versus 8th place team. And definitely are going to be looking forward to this one. Pop Your Pipes looking for their first win this season. Heels on Everyone has done well so far, even going so far as to take a round off of Wiethoofd, but they still have a long way to go if they're going to want to get into the playoffs and potentially make a deep run. So we'll see what they're going to do here tonight. I am sigafoo with Nicel behind the scenes and VoxDei to my side. How you doing out here, VoxDei?
Oh, just another wonderful day in the world of VoxDei. You know, getting ready to watch some RGL action, taking a look at these two teams, and yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting bout. I mean, Coalplant always, for me, has brought really awesome matches in RGL, and hopefully this will be no different.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, especially, Pop Your Pipes, they are definitely, I would say, the underdog inside of the match tonight. But earlier in the season, just 2 weeks ago against D-Men, last year's runners-up, they actually went 4-2 on Wiethoofd. So, they haven't done so well on stopwatch maps, but maybe it comes to Koth maps, maybe that's where they need to do. That's where they're going to kind of pull it out. And in that same way, Heels on Everyone, they got a win against Wiethoofd on Wiethoofd as well. So both of these teams having kind of upsets against higher teams, or at least not upsets, but, getting points, because every single round that you win adds to your point total. And if we can bring up the league table here, you can kind of see where both of these teams are sitting right now. With Pop Your Pipes sitting with only 1 point currently. That was the one off of D-Men. Heels on Everyone was able to secure a win earlier in the season, and then again the 0.6 from the one round against Wiethoofd. So they're poised. If they get a nice win here, either team really can put themselves potentially into that 6th place spot. We have this week and then 2 more after it. So there's definitely still some jostling that can happen from each of these teams. Both these teams are not out from the playoffs, but this is kind of a little bit do or die, definitely for Pop Your Pipes, because if they don't get a win today, they're going to be at least 3 to 4 points away from getting to that playoffs, and they're going to have to win out in order to have a chance. So I'm kind of curious to see if Pop Your Pipes is really going to be fighting for with everything they got, because this is really kind of a must-win game, and not only a must-win, but win as hard and conclusively as you possibly can, because if it's a 4-3 split, they're only going to get 1.7 points. They don't get the full 3 because, again, it's a strength of win is how many points you get off of it. And that's kind of the interesting side, of kind of having these league tables. But we can switch it over a little bit to these rosters. And VoxDei, I know you mentioned that you recognize some of the players on the teams. Are there any standout players that viewers might not be aware of?
Yeah, so I'm more familiar with the players on Pop Your Pipes. I got a chance to cast some of the games a few seasons back in Highlander, and I'm excited to see what Markers is going to bring to the table. He was a really kind of up-and-coming sniper in Highlander just a bit ago, and a map like Coalplant opens itself up to sniping angles, and we've seen things, matches in the past. Boar and Waterson comes to mind with some of those crazy games between Wiethoofd and Feint Gaming. So we can see if Markers is ready to step up to the table and go and frag big against Heels on Everyone, especially because this is going to be such an important matchup. And then Waxy on demo. I'm not too familiar 100% on where he landed in terms of skill, but I remember hearing his name come up a few times. And either way, your demo on a map like this, especially on a Koth map, is going to be hugely impactful. So as long as Tacos can stick with him, Tacos is another player. I've seen him play a ton of different classes, so we'll see. This might be a little bit of a trial by fire on Medic, but if this combo can stay the course, they might be able to snag their first win of the season, or again, at least put up a few points, because that's what this is coming down to.
I mean, yeah, that's really definitely what it will come down to. Imagine, I kind of see this game as being either like a blowout or just a really, really close one. Maybe one team will just kind of start to get themselves forward. And I'm kind of curious also to see, as we are going to get ready for the first round here, as they're readied up, what kind of classes we're going to be seeing. So the flex classes are going to be Pyro as well as Heavy for Heels, and then Pyro and Spy for Pop Your Pipe. So a little bit of a different playstyle. We'll see which one's going to come out on top here. Is Lizard early on in this mid-fight, getting out there early, getting some damage on the enemy team. Nice headshot from Perfection, as well as Duncan right on top of Michael, and those 2 early picks. No explosive classes for Pop Your Pipes right now. And it looks like they're going to play this mid pretty passively, as they're actually also down 20% Uber right now, as Taco's not really healing anybody.
Yeah, that's the trouble sometimes when you lose that mid-fight and your medic just scrambles around for a little while and just not able to get any Uber charge building up. But Heals on Everyone doing a good job taking that mid-fight. Now it's up to Pop Your Pipes to figure out what they're going to do to get back into this one. A couple players hanging out on bats, markers there on Sniper to see if he can open things up. But here comes a bomb over the top from Michael. He's going to get denied by the Pyro. Good job there by TK to make sure. But the Uber does come out on point just to clean up on some of the remaining players of Pop Your Pipes.
Not a bad situation for Pop Your Pipes. They didn't commit their medic. They got to be careful right now that the demo doesn't overextend here or get killed. But they're coming up to 100%. They don't have Uber yet because, well, their medic wasn't healing there for a good 15 seconds. But now they're going to be ready to go. All the players are back alive, 60% Uber advantage, and they're going to take it in here with the Scout Savior walking and going straight onto the Heavy. A lot of damage being done, but because they focus so much on the Heavy, the medic was allowed to get out. The Sniper's going to go down. TK's in a position to blast them back as the Savior running forward, but with the arrow onto the Pyro, able to keep them alive. The point is going to go down in the favor of Pop Your Pipes with only 3 players alive. Here comes in the Soldier and the Spy. Oh, just beautiful combination play. Joey's going to be the only one forward, and he's going to get taken out as well. And you know, just a little bit of a questionable. I think it was a good idea of an Uber, but I think solo scout Uber, that needed to be a dual Uber. You know, bring in your Devilman as well. You needed to get frags. You know, and having the scout put 4 meat shots into a Heavy is just too slow. Not enough damage spread out in order for that Uber to work out. It was a good idea of timing, but just maybe a little bit poor in execution.
Yeah, Pop Your Pipes got wrapped, and it's just too difficult. You can charge forward with your Scout, you can do as much damage, but those non-Uber players are going to get messed up in the back end. But here comes the other Uber coming up from Heals on Everyone, doing great damage in lobby, taking out almost everyone. Waxy's going to be on 3 HP. He's finally going to fall. The Savior, the only remaining player, and I think he was also a respawn. So this is a perfect Uber from Heals on Everyone. Got that aggressive positioning, and now that the respawns are coming in from Pop Your Pipes, they're backing up. Although Perfection is going to be a late pick.
2 picks currently in the favor of Pop Your Pipes. They might be able to work off of this the Spy and Michael. Actually, so both flex classes currently actually have 3 classes with no kills yet, including Markers, who actually just step on. Lion goes down incredibly low. The Spy, there you go. As I say their name, they step up to the plate. Both of them with a pick each, taking down the medic. And so Lion's going to be down for 3 seconds. The point's going to go in the favor of the red team. And this is looking pretty good for them. The big thing is, how are they going to do at holding out the point? Losing Savior on a 19-second respawn, that's an insanely bad one. As Taco's going to be holding on to this Uber charge. And we'll see how Heals wants to push this down Uber. They've had good success with their bombs. So it looks like Dunker's waiting to go for a bomb, and here he goes right now onto Taco. Gets a rocket, but the Uber, a little bit of a questionable pop out of Taco's there. I know the Soldier was on you, but he didn't take a lick of damage up to that point. But if they can get Lion here, no, the Projectiles switch over to Pyro. So he's off his Spy onto Pyro, and they're going to pick up 1 out of Scout. So far, pretty good hold here, but now they're down about 40% Uber.
Yeah, that bomb, that's just a panic pop right there. It was funny, I take a look at Taco's HP and it's like 150. I'm like, okay, well, nothing happened there. But, I mean, that's just a great job by Dunker to make sure that he got the force out, and that's all you're really looking for. It doesn't matter if you get the kill as long as that Uber gets used. But now coming up on 100%, coming around bats is Heals on Everyone. Jumping over the top is Dunker, putting some damage out, and the Uber's going to come the other way. Just a little bit of misdirection. Damage going down on ramp, and there they all go. Savior, Prodigal, Michael all down, but Markers trades one out. Lion goes down, that's the medic. But with the point going in Heals for Everyone's favor, it looks like they're in the driver's seat to take this round.
Yeah, I mean, Heals did take down everybody, but the biggest person they didn't take down, I should say, is except the medic. Tacos did a good job backing out there, as well as the Perfection. Trying to go for a cheeky, and he did get the snipe. What am I saying? He got the body shot on a Taco, so down goes the Uber. That would have been 100%. 22 seconds left in the clock here. And every advantage that Pop Your Pipes would have had to potentially get themselves back in this first round is working against them. Soldier's going to jump up onto the roof, but it gets bounced back by Ash, who goes down incredibly low. Markers now does pick up a headshot as Lizard's going to get taken out down as well. So no of the power classes for the combo are up. The point goes in the favor of the red team. The Lion sitting at 54%. So he's going to have a nice ad here. Perfection trying to go for a miracle snipe, but Markers returns it in kind. Nice job there. And Pop Your Pipes now down about a minute. They're going to need to have a really great hold if they're going to have a chance this first round, but still very solid so far here.
Yeah, they need to be building right now, and it's hard to focus on that with, you know, the chaos that can ensue, but they're way down on Uber. It's actually too late to start building, so never mind on that. They're just going to have to kite as the Uber begins to come in for heals on everyone. The demo's charging in. That's Lizard putting some good damage, as well as Dunker. Michael is down, but Yuna and Dunker do get traded out in favor of Pop Your Pipes, as well as Perfection. So this is doable. Lion goes down. Waxy with the sticky bomb to take him out, and now the collapse back onto the point as Waxy puts some more damage. TK is down, and it's just Lizard to try to stay alive or try to get something done. But that is a successful hold, and Pop Your Pipes might be able to take this one back.
Yeah, Prodigal on the backside getting backstab into a headshot onto the Pyro, but here we go, 13 seconds left. The re-aggression is coming out from the blue side. Will they be able to do it? Just a scout forward, and Mini Sentry now up in the shutter, pushing them back. Blue's not able to get on the point whatsoever. Here comes out the Uber charge. They're going to try to get some frags. They do pick up 1 second left, now into overtime. Yuna's getting so much damage on top of him. Uber's finally going to fade away, but the Heavy's still alive, but the Spy coming in, and there you go. What a comeback from Pop Your Pipes. This is just the first round. And that was spectacular, being down a minute, holding on despite being down Uber as well, and Heels has to be kicking themselves as we come into the second round.
Yeah, I mean, great for Pop Your Pipes. This is going to do wonders for their confidence, especially coming in. I mean, slightly underdogs when you think about it, and the way heals on everyone came out, too. They looked like they were going to cruise through this. But the next mid has started. The Savior starts things off with a shot onto Ash, but Joey and Prodigal fall on the Pop Your Pipe side, but Markers finds the crucial pick. That's the demo down Lizar. So it's going to afford some space for Pop Your Pipes to get onto the point as Markers finds another big one. Another after that. Lion and Dunker down 3K for Markers on the mid, and that is an easy take for them.
Yeah, nice job. The big thing there, too, was that while all that was going down, Perfection was playing by himself. That's a sniper for Heels alone on the bats, and so Savior just jumped up and took a 1v1, took him down, so that gave a little bit of comfort for Pop Your Pipes to be able to get aggressive as they want. Markers now on a 4K starting out this round. Tacos on 100%. They have huge Uber advantage if they want to use this aggressively, as the medic is somewhat committed, but they're so far away. I think the medic would be able to get out if they went across, but a lot of aggression coming from Heels. Gotta be a little bit suspect. The force should come out here from Tacos if they wanted. They should contest this. Everybody's standing on point. They're just going to give this up for free.
I do not know what's happening right now. They do finally use the Uber, but they lost the point in the process. I mean, they do take down Lion, which is good. They can retake this point probably with the numbers they have on it. Lizard trying to stop them, but going to back off out into lobby. So it all ends up a wash. They end up taking back the point, but probably could have just held it outright and saved themselves a few seconds on the clock.
Yeah, agreed. The end result is ultimately the same, except that they probably lost about 15 seconds on the clock, but still already up by 40 seconds and continuing to go in their favor. Currently, they're doing very good in this round, but as we saw in the last one, being up doesn't really mean much right now between these two great teams. The Savior going straight into Lizard, got him down incredibly low, down to 44 HP, and the Savior still gets out. Nice aggression coming out from the Scout, just enough to try to get something, but not overcommitting himself. Prodigal on the backside does get taken out, as currently Heels does not have their Soldier, and that's one of the players that they've been relying on. Heels is working Dunker for those bombs in to open up plays for their team, but Yuna actually on the backside gets taken out, trying to at least get some commit, but again, Yuna came up and nobody was there to be able to provide any distraction, and so they got taken out pretty easily. And Joey, big bomb in, going in, Dunker on the same time, doing the exact same thing, and it's going to come out better for the Heal team, as Uber's going to be much better for Blue. Taco is probably going to get taken down there. No, he's going to get out to spawn, but the point will come down for Heels, but still a minute and a half advantage now for Pop Your Pipes.
Valiant effort by Michael there on ramp. Just trying to get anything done as the engineer in a 1 versus 6. But either way, yeah, Heels on everyone, looking like they might want to go for an aggressive position, but I think they spotted a few members in lobby. They're going to back up a little bit over 2 point. Lizard trying to spam Sticky's pipes over on the ramp side, but here comes a bomb in from Joey. Oh my god, perfection. What a shot on that. Looks like he was just trying to set up a play behind, but got absolutely denied as TK finds Prodigal the spy. Aggressive position now for Heals on Everyone, putting some good damage. Waxy is down, backstab comes in onto Michaels. Ash takes down Marker, so Taco's going to back out to spawn yet again, but this is great map control by Heals on Everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta commend Tacos. He's been doing such a good job of baiting his team in the best way possible. He's consistently the first one to get out of a fight when needed. I don't think he's under-committing to his team. I think he's being as aggressive as he needs to be, but he's also not over-committing. As I say this, the bomb from Joey's coming in. Lion takes a lot of damage going down. Prelander does get the force off. They're going to lose players here, but Taco's not over-committed. Hopefully, as the backstab does try to come in, Yuna trying to make a play. Oh, Taco's able to get out alive. Tacos was down below 102 because the spy was running in bastard, but while I say that, a bunch of frags went in the favor of Pop Your Pipes, and so with only 4 players up for the defense here, they should be able to just start aggressing to the point.
Gotta be careful. Perfection is still up, and headshots, of course, will take your medic down instantly. A good pipe or Sticky, I think, landed onto Tacos, but he's going to survive. Doesn't have to use the Uber for the retake as well. So this is great for Pop Your Pipes. If they can avoid forces, if they can keep Tacos alive, they might be able to hold this Uber for a really long time until Heals get theirs. But here's the bomb over from Dunker. Tacos taken down to 38 HP. He's going to be forced off. But Ubers should only be about 30% advantage for Heals on Everyone, so not the end of the world on that one.
Yeah, Joey going for a play way in the back line. Lion going down to 24 HP. And currently not healing anybody. Finally reconnected back up with this team. 2 players currently down for the defense defending the point, as Lizard is going to try to start to spam this. Michael on Engineer using that Wrangler. As you can see, Yuna now class switching so much today, now onto Engineer as well. Dunker getting some damage down onto the combo classes. He's going to have to force them back as the time's ticking out. We're going to see Pop Your Pipes go into overtime here. But with a minute left on the clock, they're going to have plenty of time to make a play on this. And the thing that Pop Your Pipes has done really well is they've worked really well off of Uber. So what they do is they get their suicide bomb in, they force Lion off, and then they do a repush. They've done that multiple times so far today, and I expect to see that again here today.
Yeah, ideally you want to be able to get your soldier over the top and the spy in to cause distraction. But Prodigal's down as well as Waxy. Your demo is another one you can send in on a sack wave, but the clock is starting to tick, so at this point it's looking like Pop Your Pipes is just waiting for that Uber. They're gonna have to wait for Waxy to reconnect with the team, but this could all come down to this one push. Whichever team wins this one might be able to take it. Good bomb in by Joey, but he's not able to find anything off of it. And here comes the Uber being used first by Pop Your Pipes, trying to put some damage down, but the trade Uber comes back from Heals on anyone. No one going down just yet, but Prodigal is going to be the first to fall to the sniper, but just a very awkward Uber. No frags being exchanged, just kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah, Waxy is trying to get enough damage down to support his team. 6v6 right now, fighting across the point as we're going to go into double overtime. They're all backed into that corner. TK is trying to push forward. He does get some flames onto the point. Here comes Lizard trying to do what he can, but it's not going to be enough as Pop Your Pipes is going to just sustain that fight long enough to be able to do this. And it just seemed that Pop Your Pipes in that situation just had the positioning advantage. Heals were just playing so scared behind the point. You know, they're all kind of clumped up in the same area that allowed Pop Your Pipes just to do enough damage to kind of scare them back. And when you know, your furthest person forward is your Pyro running, you know, in a 1v5 because he has no back line, you know, pushing up with him. It's just not quite working out well for you. It's, you know, definitely a surprising game here so far. Pop Your Pipes currently potentially for their first win of the season. And I'm curious to look at these logs here.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some time to digest. Sometimes teams like to get right into it. The first thing I'm seeing, though, is the Savior on Scout for Pop Your Pipes. 20-9 with 450 DPM on Scout. I mean, the 20 frag stat line is good enough already, but when you can put up 450 damage per minute as a Scout, you know you're really on point, especially because he's towards the top of the board just behind... Actually, he's in front of his own demo, Waxy, and just behind Lizar for Heals on Everyone. So, I mean, that's an excellent game, and obviously one of the big reasons why Pop Your Pipes is up 2-0.
And I also want to point out that the Savior, 6 of his frags, he's killed the Sniper the most out of anybody in the server. So he was doing a really good job getting on to Perfection and taking him down. So over half of Perfection's death on Sniper for heals were from the Scout. I mean, I think that's kind of, and I think it kind of speaks to how Perfection is playing this game. He's playing very flank heavy. One of the other things that's kind of surprising me is just how ineffective both soldiers are being, at least in terms of frags. Both of them are, we've got 7 and 14 and 5 and 12. I mean, we definitely see each soldier getting some good bombs in, but, you know, not really great consistency out of either of them. So we'll see which classes can step up. A lot of classes are right next to each other, so this is an incredibly tight game. I think it's really just going to come down to who has a better strategy, who has a better team play, as we come into this third mid fight. And so far, Joey, getting forward for his team, gets half damage onto Lion. 5v5 right now across the point, but it seems that Pop Your Pipes has the positional advantage, though they gotta watch out for Perfection. He's watching them from the balcony area, has a complete snipe down on a Wax, but he's gonna be able to secure it. But again, that positional advantage out of Pop Your Pipes was able to take ground and force heals back.
Savior jumping over onto Bats, trying to chase down Perfection, but he's going to be met by pretty much the entire team for heals on everyone wanting to stop him. Good point take by Pop Your Pipes, putting themselves ahead now. Perfection's going to go down Prodigal with the backstab, and Perfection was the one that's really started things off for heals on everyone in this round, so sending him back to the respawn room is going to be important, but the Uber does get used pretty early by heals on everyone. Charging forward is the demo Lizard, but really realizing that there's not too much to be found. Good job by Lion to get out. I do not understand how Pop Your Pipes weren't able to pick that one up, but great dodging by the medic as frags start to go in their favor. Waxy's down as well as the Savior. 2 big picks. So we'll see if they're able to get onto the point after that.
Yeah, and currently they're holding on as really nice post-Uber fight. As you said, a lot of focus was trying to get Lion in, and while that happened, the core classes were able to stay alive. Joey bombing in, and Lion once again dancing down to 7 HP, but no one else was there to put down a sneeze onto him. Prodigal is going to get taken out here from the Pyro. Finally, yes, he does get taken out. And so right now, about even Ubers. And we'll see if Pop Your Pipes wants to go forward with this nice snipe from Perfection there on a 2K, taking down the Scout of the Savior. And it looks like Pop Your Pipes, they've been liking to work off this ramp area, and currently Lion's holding directly underneath of the opposite of the ramp side. And it's kind of a dangerous spot if Joey realizes this, because he could go stand on top of the roof and look down, and Lion actually goes down to 60 HP. I think I don't know if it was a mixture of spam or a body shot, but he's got to be careful now as he's low health and the Savior's going to heat seek him. There you go. Lizard does get taken down. It's no Demo Man right now, 4 heals.
He comes back in. He's looking for the pick on the medic, but good awareness by TK to stop him. Uber does get used. Perfection down early. A lot of damage going down onto the point. Chasing onto the medic is TK. Can he get another? He does. Tacos goes down as Pop Your Pipes lose tons of numbers off of that fight. Waxy and Markers put a couple back in their favor, but they're going to get cleaned up. Markers surviving over by Bats, but good job by heals on everyone, making sure they kept their players alive. Although they lost Lion, they're not going to be too far back in terms of Uber. Actually, probably not really at all, as Tacos just started healing.
Yeah, and Yuna now on to Engineer. Yuna's been doing a great job of consistently utilizing that flex role, switching off between 3 different classes. And right now we'll see as Prodigal on Spy again, as going underneath, trying to get himself in a position maybe to make a call. Lion did go down there. I missed that. So Markers did get the headshot onto the medic. And so that's going to allow this for Pop Your Pipes to walk forward if they want to. Currently they have a 2-player advantage. And Markers picks up another one at Perfection, and there you go. They're going to start walking forward. They don't have to worry about their head being taken off, but Ash is coming from behind, gets a lot of damage on a Taco, and he gets it with his final shot, taking down the medic. And there you go. Everything that would have been in the favor of Pop Your Pipes, the point and Uber charge, is now going to be rescinded as Lion is back up. Taco down for another 5 seconds, and this is going to be tough for Pop Your Pipes to hold on to.
Yeah, and Lion's up on Crits Creek too, so that might take Pop Your Pipes by surprise. Tacos is going to be on Uber himself. Savior going down, but Markers again finds the pick onto Lion. So big picks coming out from a big man on Sniper, and he's going to survive. But Lion just cannot stay. can't manage to stay out of the respawn room. So got to be watching those sight lines or people protecting, maybe taking out markers, because this is becoming a really bad pattern.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the downsides right now. I mean, if Marker's doing enough work, maybe both snipers are currently going off right now, but if you need that extra protection, maybe going Spy to give at least some intel, or at least maybe try to focus down the enemy sniper, something like that. As I say, that Prodigal did try to get a play onto Perfection, lying currently alone as Lizard gets taken down. In Perfection now, he wants the body shot, isn't able to find it, gets taken out, and now Pop Your Pipes is going to come down with the point. And currently with a decent player advantage as well as Uber advantage, but they're down by about 40 seconds, but Pop Your Pipes is shown to be resilient despite being down, and we'll see how they want to hold on to this point. The Savior going way in, picks up a frag and backs out. Really good aggression, but ability to back up at the same time out of the Savior.
Yeah, and we've got just Pop Your Pipes just hanging out, a little bit of aggression over on the enemy bats, and maybe didn't need to be that far in. Joey's going to get taken out, so a pick in the favor of Heels, but Dunker is going to trade his life in, going in for a bomb, but got denied by the mini sentry and the Savior. But now here comes the push, the Uber down onto the ramp, the trade Uber coming back from Pop Your Pipes. Prodigal is down, but nothing to be found just yet for either team after that. Savior is charging forward, trying to put some damage out, but this is kind of another one of those awkward fights. No one really got too much done with either of their Ubers, but Marker's a 6K. I think that's his third medic kill of this life. As a Lion is down, they have the point, and they're looking poised to take this round.
But Joey's in a very good spot right now. He's holding on to the roof, and everybody, basically, Pop Your Pipes is huddled up in that corner. TK is pushing into them. The time's ticking down, but with only Lion left alive, this is not going to be it, and Pop Your Pipes takes another one. This is 2 rounds where they've come back despite being down pretty heavily, and really good job so far. The big thing is that in that post-fight, Heels fought behind, like underneath that roof, and Joey just did such a good job. He came up on top of the roof, and he just was able to look down uncontested. And so here we go, match point in the favor of Pop Your Pipes. Are they going to be able to do a 4-0, or will Heels be able to do something? As Prodigal onto Pyro now off of Spy, runs straight onto the enemy medic, but only takes him down to 100, but that was enough to scare them back. As they're running back to their own ramp side, and Waxy's trying to capitalize off that, pushing across point.
Yeah, and Pop Your Pipes, they're looking to stay on this roll. So much momentum in their favor, and they take it from last round into this one. Managed to pick up the mid. Coming over onto their bat side is Heels, but Joey jumps into the backs, into lobby rather. Not able to find anything there, so it's a pick in the favor of Heels, as they might be able to find another one if Prodigal goes down. So that's 2 players. I don't think you need to feed those bodies, because now here comes the Uber. You're gonna have no no Pyro to contest with, and things starting off much better for Heels. They finally use their Uber, and Tacos has nothing else to fight with, but he's gonna manage to escape, and now Heels just got to focus on grabbing this point.
And very nice job. I've been commending Tacos, but that was another good job. He popped his Uber, and as soon as he was like starting to lose his Uber, his first thought was just get out of the fight. I'm not going to win this fight. I don't want to die. And he ran straight out. He's able to get a med pack, and now because Tacos didn't overcommit, they're able to try to recontest this. Joey's going to make a bomb, and he gets Lion. Oh, Joey's stepping up big here as Tacos is going to try to re-engage with Waxy. Michael does go down. It's currently a 4v5 fight in the favor of Heels, though with the heal advantage currently in the favor of Pop Your Pipes. We'll see if they're able to work anything off of this, but nice job coming out of Lizard, boxing them out, not allowing them to get out of the ramp side, and a headshot from Perfection onto the bombing soldier, and so that's going to force them to step back, but Pop Your Pipes is unrelenting. They're still trying to work their ground in here, as Waxy's starting to walk across point. Prodigal in good position. He's dropping on top of the medic's head. Not able to get the stab, though.
Yeah, and for Heels on everyone, I mean, the Savior putting some good damage, managed to pick up Lizard as Michael also gets Dunker, but Waxy and Marker's casualties on the Pop Your Pipe side. Lion goes down again, and this is just continuing the same trend. You keep talking about Tacos and his ability to stay alive, but something happened to Lion and just has not been able to do the same. Just dying life after life after life. I guess that is how it works, but it seems like every time there's an Uber used, Lion goes down, and as I say, that Perfection just with a quick fade away onto Tacos.
You know, I think maybe TK, he's been playing much more of an aggro pyro so far this round, playing away from his medic, and it's the big thing is that in those post-Uber fights, a lot of focus is going on to Lions. Maybe TK, the pyro for heals, needs just to sit next to his medic, don't get aggressive, just protect your medic in those post-Uber fights, blast back that soldier. Waxy's going to get taken out here, so nice job out of heals, but that's the TK getting taken down, actually Ash as well, and so it's a 5v5 fight. Savior going straight into Yuna, and the Savior's going to come out on top there, barely took any damage whatsoever in that Scout v Heavy fight. And so with the Prodigal taking down Perfection as well, so no sniper for another 10 seconds, and this is looking pretty good for Pop Your Pipes. Heals does have the Uber advantage, but how are they going to be able to use this effectively? Again, every single instance Heals tries to get in, Pop Your Pipes is right there to contest them. They're not allowing them to get any free space.
Yeah, they're doing a really great job of that, but Markers, Joey, Prodigal down on the Pop Your Pipe side. Uber does come in on the ramp side. Nothing really to be found. Actually chasing over for tacos and then thinking better of it. Case in point, TK running into the enemy lobby trying to chase down tacos, and then guess what happens on the backside? Lion goes down. So you almost want to think, if you're in TK's position, like, of course I want to go for the med. We want to get that down, but at the detriment of really of his own team. And I don't want to really put the blame squarely on his shoulders. Obviously, there are a lot of other players that can fill the same role, but that's definitely a mindset change that needs to happen for the members of Heels.
Yeah, with 16 seconds left, Heels is going to need a miracle. They're down Uber as well. Perfection's going to run in. Perfection off of Sniper, now on a Scout. Maybe to help out his team in that way. Prodigal, though, coming down. Uber's going to come out, and they're going to be able to pick up frags here. And there you go. Pop Your Pipes with the potential upset, grabbing their first win of the season, a clean 4-0 against Heels. And I was expecting, I mean, this match was incredibly close. And I mean, honestly, you could look at pretty much only this final round was the one where Pop Your Pipes really pulled away, but every single round up until this point, I really feel like you could go back and you could watch the STV and you could be like, here's the one moment that changed the tide of this round. You know, it was just that close of a game, but every single time, Pop Your Pipes, they just were so resilient, even when down, playing smart, not overextending their players, and you could just tell, like, they would not. The big thing I loved about Pop Your Pipes in that game is you could see them, like, when they were down, you could see them, like, want to wait to push in. They wouldn't just commit players needlessly when they didn't control the point. Really fantastic job overall. We'll switch it over to logs here in a second, but just want to give a shout out. If you guys are interested in trying out Prolander, check out rgl.gg/pugs. You can find all of our casts as well. If you want to see another exciting games, you can see all of them at youtube.com/xtv. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here tonight and giving us that +1 in viewership. But let's take a look at the logs, and what are you seeing so far, Vox, in terms of storyline?
Kind of the same thing I saw in the first one. There's the Savior yet again up top, 19 and 9, 469 DPM. So he did even better in terms of damage per minute as a Scout. Markers again towards the top of the board, and it really was a Herculean effort by those two in terms of just the raw fragging power. Pop Your Pipes overall had the better, team play. So even if their players didn't light up the scoreboard as much as those two, the combo did a really great job in keeping them in it. Whereas for Heels, it seems like the frags are kind of more evenly split amongst them. There's not too much variance between one player to the next, but at the same time, they're not excellent, so they struggled in a few different facets. I think Perfection did a great job on Sniper. Ash with some high frags, not too great on damage on Scout, but it really was the team play, I think, that for Pop Your Pipes that won them this one.
Yeah, they really did a solid job. I mean, I think the other thing, too, really to point out is just, we're talking about tacos during the game. Between both rounds, he only had 7 deaths total. In that second round alone, you saw the enemy medic actually had 8 total. And I think that in the first round, it was 4 versus 6 in terms of deaths. And the second round is 3 versus 8 in the favor of Pop Your Pipes. And so definitely, I think the number of deaths that Lion took really hurt their chances. I mean, anytime your medic goes down, that's really going to work against you. And so I think it was just a really good job overall, from Taco's keeping alive and doing a good job with his team. And then again, I just think it was just a really good job of Pop Your Pipes. Just, the thing I like to say, this is really basic strategy, but it's like take the ground the enemy gives you. And it just seemed like a lot of times, Heels was just giving up a lot of free ground, and I'd have to really analyze it, like why was that the case? Were they just like taking damage too much? Were they playing too scared? But it just seemed very often that Pop Your Pipes was able just to start to walk across the point, and whenever Heels tried to do the same thing, whenever Heels was trying to like start to aggress onto the point when they did not control it, Pop Your Pipes was always there. You had the soldier in your face, you had the demo in your face, you had a pyro trying to make a play. Even the spy, all of them were trying to do something to try to throw you off. Where it felt like Pop Your Pipes, maybe got a little bit too much free ground consistently. And I think if Heels was maybe a little bit aggressive in that area, or maybe a little bit better about protecting their medic, this definitely could have been something that had the tides turned, because this was an incredibly close match. These teams, really played their heart out, but it was Pop Your Pipes coordination and team play, and then also keeping their medic alive, that I think really was able to make it enough in their favor to get this 4-0 victory.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing for Heels on everyone is the fact that without being able to secure any additional rounds, that is going to hurt them come playoff time if they're going to try to kind of squeeze their way in, because they were, let's take a look, I'm taking a look back at the league table, they were coming into it ranked 7th, and unfortunately, with the loss and not able to pick up a round, I think then Pop Your Pipes are probably going to leap over them as well, so not looking great for them, but obviously there's still more matches to be played still, but it's going to be a lot of pressure on them going into this these next few weeks, and if they can take it seriously, if they can maybe even check out the cast or the STV or something like that of this game, kind of figure out what went wrong for them, who knows, they might be able to secure a couple games and put themselves back in a position where they can make those playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they're right there in it. I mean, Heels, they didn't need this win today to have a chance at playoffs, but Pop Your Pipes 100% needed the win. And just, they needed a 3-0, especially because now that'll push them up to 4 points total. That'll tie them in 6th place. And so Pop Your Pipes will be in position. There's 2 weeks left, so 6 more points in total that can be achieved. And so both of these teams, they're going to be definitely on the ropes to be able to get this. Both these guys are going to be slugging it out in order to secure that 6th place. So it's only the top 6 teams that go into playoffs, and only payouts to the top 6 teams as well. So everything on the line the rest of the way here for both these teams. Every single match that they play in the next 2 weeks here, they're really going to have to give it everything they got. So really great job overall by these teams. I'm excited to see what they do, and commiserations to Heels on everyone. I mean, I think they showed themselves to be a really fantastic team, but Pop Your Pipes coordination and then just individual plays, and also big props to, I think, Joey. We talked about him a lot. He doesn't have great logs. If you look at his logs, they're ugly. They don't look pretty. They don't look like they did anything. But watching him during the game, he did a great job of boxing out the enemy, going for bombs and getting damage on the line. Maybe not the best play, maybe not always landing the rockets that he needed, but he was pretty consistent at least kind of pushing them back. So I also want to give him some props. But everybody on Pop Your Pipes, played a really good game. So we'll wrap it up here. Vox, any shout outs you want to give?
Big shout out to the teams. Thanks for putting on the show, and thanks for having me.
Of course, always happy have you here. I'm apparently I can't speak today. I was bombed a ton. I played in a pug earlier today. I got bombed a ton by a soldier. So I'm just having flashbacks by talking to Joey. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure to give some love to Nicel and chat for doing amazing camera work as always, and also just give yourself a little pat on the back too. Every time you guys come out to one of our casts, every time you give us a +1 in viewership, that's huge. I really cannot emphasize enough how important and how much I appreciate people who take their time to come out and give us their eyeballs and watch us in these games and help support Prolander. Because even if you can't play it, just showing up the cast is a really big deal. And so thank you so much for everybody who's coming out here to watch Nicel's amazing camera work. So make sure to give him some love in chat. Besides that, thank you again to both these teams. I'm really happy that I gave these teams some coverage because I've been trying to get every single level of invite and get them all their chance in the spotlight. And both these teams performed exceptionally well, and I'm hoping that I'll get a chance to cast one or more of their games prior to the end of the season. So thank you so much, really, for the great game, Pop Your Pipes, as well as Heals on Everyone. But with that, I think that's it. If you guys want to check out any of the past VODs, you can do it at youtube.com/xtelevision, XTV, and I think that should be it. Thank you so much for everybody coming out here, and we will see you next time.